Welcome back. You know, chances are this has happened to you. Say you're looking up tires online, and then it seems like ads for tires pop up every time you log in.
Well, how does this happen? Well, it's all thanks to something web hosts, advertisers, marketers call a tracking pixel. You can't see it, but it sees you. When you go online, whether on your phone, tablet, or laptop, like it or not, more times than not, you're being watched.
It's become such commonplace nowadays. Amazon tracks you.
We've talked as a family where we've had a conversation, and the next thing you know, my wife's getting something that we talked about, an ad for it.
So why then is it important that our online browsing be monitored, and how is it being done? Well, first, enter something called a tracking pixel.
Tracking pixels are very similar to cookies, with some exceptions.
You may know Jamie Tucker from our What the Tech segments on 6 News.
They work a lot like cookies in that they track your activity when you're online. So if you click on something, if you open a website, if you go from one website to another, if you subscribe to something, this tracking pixel is going to send that information back to their server.
And that's important to note. Where a cookie lives on your browser, tracking pixels will actually send your information back to another party's server.
So it's going to collect your IP address. It's going to collect the kind of device that you're using to access that website, whether that be a mobile device or Windows or Mac software platform. It's going to send that information that's very valuable to advertisers and to marketers and to the website owner.
So if tracking pixels are gathering all this information, where is it when you pull up a website? Well, believe it or not, it's right in front of you. As a matter of fact, by definition, a pixel is a single dot or square that forms part of a digital image. Its approximate size, 1/96th of an inch.
Think about, you got 2 million pixels on this computer screen. It's impossible to find just one. Possible. Not even with a magnifying glass could you find 1 in 2 million. So it's needle in a haystack kind of thing.
And while these tracking pixels are beneficial to a business, they can be concerning for the unsuspecting consumer.
Again, it's so commonplace anymore that it's really not a bother. But now, at the root of all of it, it's it could be a little sinister, I guess, if you think too much about it.
So the question is, like cookies, can we opt out of tracking pixels? The answer is yes, but you have to know where to look.
The law is not as visible, I guess you could say, to the user as cookies are. But the websites, marketers, advertisers are required to notify the user that there's going to be a pixel on this website. And where does it do that? It's in the privacy policy. No one looks at the privacy policy. Right. No one reads this insane privacy policy. So what are you going to do? You're going to go visit every website and scroll down to the very bottom and click on that privacy policy and go through all of that? No, we're not going to do that.
And that's why when it comes to tracking pixels, at least for now, it may be what Tucker calls the price of doing business.
You want to visit ESPN to get the latest baseball, football scores? They're not giving that. They can't give that stuff away for free. This is how they make money.
Yeah, you have to be conscious of it, and you have to know it's there, and we know that we've heard that, TikTok, YouTube, all that tracks it, which they're going to. I mean, how do they pay for what their platform is if they don't have advertisers for it? So it's a catch-22.
Now, we should point out there is a movement to require websites to make it easier for the user to opt out of tracking pixels, but that hasn't been done just yet.
Any other options for us?
We asked around. Obviously, you can turn off images, but you want to see, if you're looking for a couch, you'd like to see the couch, right? A few people we spoke with said they use a VPN, which stands for Virtual Private Network. But keep this in mind, Jamie Tucker told me that tracking pixels, in his words, are fairly harmless unless the server's hacked. But he says in reality, the bad guys can get more information on you simply by just searching your name online.